Women, for the most part, guys, and especially single women, have an image to uphold. They're passive aggressive. They will never be straightforward, honest, and 100% direct with you. They will always withhold bits and pieces of information, usually vital stuff, the bad stuff. And they don't do it to hurt us or frustrate us, man, or make us angry. They actually do it because they want to remain pure and desirable in our eyes. So what they'll do is they'll tell little small white lies. They'll say, well, I only been with this amount of guys. Or I've been celibate for 6 years. We all know that's a lie, right? Or I weigh this much. Or I'm this age, but they're actually older than that. So I came up with 5 things single women are afraid to tell you. The first thing single women are afraid to tell you, and it's going to crush some of you guys' spirits, but it's the truth. She's already talking to, dating, and hooking up with guys. She'll most likely tell you something like this. I've been single for 4 years. And you're like, oh, wow, you've been single for 4 years? So your last relationship was 4 years ago? 5 years ago? Yeah, her last serious relationship. But within that 4 to 5 year period, she's been dating guys. She's been hopping in different beds. She's been sleeping around. She's been leading guys on. She's been stringing dudes along. She's been getting all that attention from different dudes. And most likely the reason why she's single for all those years is because the guys that she truly wants don't want her. And the guys that want her, she doesn't want. So she'll remain single until a guy that she really desires wants to be with her. Okay, women are always monkey branching from this guy to that guy and trying to find the strongest branch that she can hold on to. Okay, this is just female nature. This is how they operate. They can never go out male companionship. Okay, they always have their eyes on some guy. So if you honestly think that, oh, she's just been sitting in the house and knitting and sewing and doing these different things and just watching movies, and she hasn't done anything in the past 2-3 years. Yes, she has. As a matter of fact, she most likely slept with a guy 2-3 days before you guys met. This is how women are. But they would never tell you this, because if they tell you, like, oh, I'm talking to 10 guys right now, I'm texting 4 dudes right now, my ex-boyfriend's trying to come back in the picture, but I don't want to really talk to him, or I'm just hooking up with this guy and I don't really like him like that. If she was to tell you that, do you honestly think that you would want to deal with her on that level? No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, oh, I don't want to deal with you. So this is why they have to withhold that information and just say, I've been single for X amount of years. It's true. So when women tell you this, just know that, oh yeah, she talking to other dudes. You don't get frustrated. You don't got to get upset. Just realize and understand that you are never the only guy. It's just your turn. The second thing most single women are afraid to tell you is that they don't find you that attractive, or they're not really into you. Now, this is kind of messed up because you're like, well, I talked to her. She was smiling. We exchanged contact information. She added me on Snapchat. She added me on Instagram and Facebook. But what do you mean? Listen, attention is like oxygen for women. They love it. Even if they're not truly into a guy, even if they will never want to see and hang out with that guy and meet him in person, they will talk to you until you on your deathbed. Okay? That's why I tell you guys, you have to be direct, straightforward, and upfront with women. As soon as you get her contact information, hey, let's get together and hang out. And that will let you know 9 times out of 10 if she's really into you. So if she's like makes up an excuse, it's like, oh, I can't this week, maybe next weekend, oh, possibly next week, you just know that you're being strung along. See, us men, we get confused and we're like, well, she gave me her number. We've been texting. She's been, blowing me up. We FaceTime. We video chat. What do you mean she's not interested? Women will talk to you, FaceTime you, video chat, even though they will never want to see you. Attention is everything for women. So you have to understand that not every woman will be into you. Not everyone will find you attractive. Okay? That's just how it is. Women will take all type of numbers. They'll be talking to this guy, and good morning text also. But guess what? They don't want to see those guys. They don't want to hang out with those guys, but they can never really tell them straight up, hey, I'm just not into you. Matter of fact, when was the last time you had a woman tell you, oh, Darius, I'm not into you. Darius, this is not going to work out. Darius, I don't really like you like that. Darius, I don't really find you attractive. I think maybe 2 in my life. All the other women just, guess what? They just strung me along or tried to string me along. They tried to leave me on and make up excuses just because they didn't really find me attractive. That's because they didn't really desire me. They didn't want to hang out with me. They weren't into me. But it's up to you to understand this point and get the hint and keep it moving. The third thing single women are afraid to tell you is that they want a dominant, confident alpha male who's sure of himself, who's able to guide her and lead her and tell her what to do inside and outside of the bedroom. Now, granted, she has to be attracted to you, because if she's not, what she's going to do is give you a hard time and she's not going to follow your lead. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you guys are at the end of a date. It's all going great. You guys are vibing, smiling, hanging out. What she'll start doing towards the end is playing with her hair, or she'll, touch your shoulder, or she'll bump you a little bit. That means she wants things to get physical afterwards. She wants to go back to your place, but it's up to you to say, hey, let's go back to my place. Let's have some wine. Let's watch some Netflix. Let's watch a couple movies. And she'll follow your lead. She'll go with the flow. Oftentimes when you meet women, whether it's online or in person, they don't want to go on any dates. They're tired of getting to know dudes and asking if their favorite color and what they like to do for fun. They just want to hang out and make things happen and hook up. Women have needs and wants too, guys. Okay, keep that in mind. So this is why it's good to be direct with them. It's good to say, hey, let's hang out right away. If you're talking to 3-4 women right now and you're texting them, what are you texting for? No more pen pal. You be direct with them. Don't wait 4 or 5 days and think you have to build rapport to get her out on a date, to get her to hang out with you. As soon as you get a woman's number, you should be direct that very same day, within a 2-3 hour time span. So you know that, oh, this woman is going to play games. She's not really interested. I'm not going to give her my attention. Okay? This is why being 100% forward is so vital when it comes to women. It will weed out all the women who aren't into you, and it will let the women know, oh, this guy is on point. I can follow this guy. I want a dominant guy, not a guy who just sits back and waits on me to do things. Be direct with women. They will love it. Number 4, and this one is very, very important, guys. Women know within the first 30 seconds of meeting you, swiping right in your profile, talking to you, if you are lover material or an alpha male, or a guy who's more beta, who's a nice guy, who's more long-term relationship material. They know, okay? This is why I tell you guys, you have to be direct with them. Women know that, this guy has some nice guy qualities. He's probably more so better for long term. So when you try to hang out with her and get her to come over or something like that, you know what she'll do? She'll say, oh, how about we go to a restaurant instead? That's boyfriend material. Or you might try to go for a kiss. She say, not yet, not yet, or stuff, something like that. That means she doesn't find you crazy attractive. She might have, a little bit of interest, medium interest, but she's not gonna go, over the top, because she wants to keep your interest by stringing you along and dangling a carrot above your head and act like she's a good girl. And she's not gonna do any of that, or she doesn't get down like that the first night. Yes, she does. She's done it with many guys, but she doesn't want to tell you that and give that sort of energy off, because you're a nice guy. You're a quality guy. You have your I's dotted, your T's crossed. You went to school. You most likely told her about how you grew up and where you grew up and what type of lifestyle you had and what type of kid you were and what's your favorite color and all that stuff you told her, and she's just all that's processing is saying boyfriend, 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 long term, as opposed to just being straightforward and direct with her and saying, listen, and coming with that charisma and sexual energy, and she'll most likely be gravitated towards that and say, okay, I'm gonna roll with his flow. But if you come off as more, hey, what do you like to do in your free time? What type of movies do you like? Try to get to know her like that, she'll automatically sense that, okay, yeah, I was really attracted to this guy physically and I want to make things happen. But, you know, he sees me kind of as probably girlfriend material. This is why, guys, women are able to put on different masks for different situations, depending on your vibe and how you come off. So you always have to let them know you're into them physically by telling them certain things. So they can say, okay, you know what? He's like that. Okay, I'll roll with that. Or she might say, oh, he's like that. I'm not really into him like that. And she'll leave and make him an excuse and she'll be gone. Either way, it's a win-win for you. Last but not least, number 5. Women don't think that they're attractive as you guys think they are. Women are extremely insecure. They're always looking at themselves and saying, man, I wish I could change this. I wish this would go away. I wish I could. They're always analyzing themselves because image is the most important factor for a woman. It determines if they're going to get accepted or not in different social circles. It determines if they're going to get a certain boyfriend, certain guy. So image is so important. So guys, when you guys put them on a pedestal and you say, wow, you're so gorgeous and beautiful. Wow, I'm so lucky to have you. Oftentimes they're going to look at you like, oh, cool, thanks. And they're like, dude, I'm not even that attractive. What are you talking about? Right? So this is why, guys, you never should think, oh, this woman is a 10. Oh, she's probably too good for me. She's out of my league. No woman is ever out of your league. Because most likely she'll look at you and say, man, this guy's really attractive. I hope he likes me. So you might be thinking one thing and she might be thinking one thing. Okay, it's in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is. So guys, always just have the mindset that, you know, this woman is average. This woman, she's not all that, because his thing, when she takes that makeup off, you know what she's gonna look? Her chin is gonna sink in her chest, and she knows she doesn't look that good. Okay? This is why you should never put them on a pedestal. You should always treat them like they're your sister, like they're just anybody. Stop treating really good looking women better than women who are just average. Treat them all the same.